is an Israeli-born American musician, singer, songwriter, record producer, entrepreneur, actor, author, and television personality. He's known for being a co-founder of the band Kiss, which was extremely successful in the late 70s into the 1990s, and has sold over 100 million records worldwide.
Wait a second, you're not getting off easy.
What specifically do you want to
I want to know, is she incredible in bed?
Yes.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Gene Klein, but is also known as Gene the Nazarene, Genie, and the Demon. He was born August 25, 1949 in Tarat Carmel, Israel, making him age 70 at the time of this production. He stands at 1.88 meters or 6 feet 2 inches tall. Simmons can speak Hungarian, German, English, Hebrew, and some Japanese. Simmons does not drink alcohol or do drugs. Simmons is an avid science fiction and comic book fan. He's published several science fiction fanzines and has contributed to other fanzines. Simmons was a supporter of the foreign policy of the George W. Bush administration. He supported the 2003 invasion of Iraq, writing on his website, "I'm ashamed to be surrounded by people calling themselves liberal who are, in my opinion, spitting on the graves of brave American soldiers who gave their life to fight a war that wasn't theirs, in a country they've never been to, simply to liberate the people therein." In a follow-up, Simmons explained his position and wrote about his love and support for the United States. "I wasn't born here, but I have a love for this country and its people that knows no bounds. I will forever be grateful to America for going into World War II when it had nothing to gain in a country that was far away, and rescued my mother from the Nazi German concentration camps. She is alive, and I am alive because of America. And if you have a problem with America, you have a problem with me." Simmons is a known advocate for Child Fund International's work. He traveled to Zambia during his Gene Simmons Family Jewels show to visit several of his sponsored children, of whom he has more than 1,400. Simmons said that the trip was a stark reminder that life doesn't treat everyone the same. Simmons is married to Canadian former Playboy playmate and actress Shannon Lee Tweed. Although they began dating in 1983, they didn't marry until 28 years later. Simmons often joked that he and Tweed were happily unmarried for over 20 years. He also often stated, "Marriage is an institution, and I don't want to live in an institution." Simmons and Tweed wed on October 1, 2011 at the Beverly Hills Hotel. They have 2 children, a son named Nick, born January 22, 1989, and a daughter named Sophie, born July 7, 1992. He formerly had live-in relationships with Cher and Diana Ross, revealing that he fell in love with Ross while dating Cher.
It's been murdered, all right. Not by outside forces, foreign powers. We killed rock and roll.
Gene Simmons was born Chaim Witz on August 25, 1949 in Haifa, Israel. His mother and her brother, Gene's uncle Larry Klein, were the only members of their family to survive internment in a Nazi concentration camp during the Holocaust. Gene left Israel with his mother at the age of 8 and moved to Jackson Heights, Queens in New York City. Once in America, Chaim Witz adopted the more Americanized name of Eugene Klein. He also became very interested in music after watching the Beatles on The Ed Sullivan Show. With his newfound interest in music, his mother bought him a second-hand guitar. Gene became very good with the guitar but decided to switch over to bass because he felt it would be easier to get into a band. While in high school, Eugene started his first band, Lynx, which was later renamed Missing Lynx. After his time with the Missing Lynx, Simmons joined the Long Island Sounds. Gene studied briefly at Sullivan County Community College, then transferred to Richmond University, eventually earning a degree in education. With degree in hand, Simmons taught grade school in Spanish Harlem and even worked as a personal assistant with the editor of Vogue and Glamour magazine. It was during this time that he changed his name to Gene Simmons in honor of famed rockabilly performer Jumpin' Gene Simmons. Simmons formed a new band, Bullfrog Beer, then recorded the demo, Lita. It was later included on the Kiss box set. He co-founded Kiss with lead singer and rhythm guitarist Paul Stanley in the early 1970s. Before their first show, they decided to experiment with makeup. Feeling that the makeup made them look too feminine, they instead opted to use makeup as a form of art. They came up with the idea to use the makeup to express who they are as a person. Kiss quickly gathered a fan base. They released their self-titled debut album in February 1974. Simmons was the driving force behind their extensive merchandise. But even with the fan base, their first 3 albums were met with little or no critical success. One thing that was well known is that Kiss put on a great live show. It was decided to record Kiss live in concert. Once the live CD was released, the band's reputation grew because their live album hit quadruple platinum. It was during the 80s that Gene felt like he wanted to take on more of the world. He began to accept acting jobs from Hollywood in 1984 and started his own record label, Simmons Recording. Kiss released the Revenge album in 1992. The album would mark a much darker and rough tone that most of their albums have had. The album was a hit, which led to Kiss being back in the limelight. Simmons conquered the world of music with Kiss, but in addition to that, he also has, as of late, entered the reality television business with his shows Rock School and Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. The majority of Gene's wealth today comes from Kiss licensing deals. Kiss-related logos, icons, and other intellectual property has been licensed for over 5,000 different products, ranging from pinball machines, lunchboxes, condoms, board games, lighters, comic books, and even coffins. The brand has generated over $1 billion in licensing fees since the 1970s. Today, Gene and his bandmate Paul Stanley co-own Kiss. Everyone else is a paid performer. Gene has claimed that Kiss grosses over $100 million per year from touring, merchandise, and licensing deals. Gene Simmons' net worth is an estimated $400 million. Since 1986, Gene's primary residence has been a 16,500 square foot mansion in Beverly Hills that sits on nearly 2 acres of the most valuable land in the world. Gene bought the property in 1986 for $1,327,500, which is the same as $3.1 million today after adjusting for inflation. In 2000, they spent several million constructing the 10-bedroom, 16,500 square foot home that was seen frequently on the family's reality show. Comparable nearby homes today are worth $20 million plus. Gene Simmons' car collection includes a Chevrolet Corvette Stingray, a Bugatti Veyron, a Lincoln Navigator, and a Volkswagen Bug. Gene Simmons also uses the Kiss Jet to get around in style. The jet is a Canada Air CRJ worth at least $40 million.